Now there is something called RHEL2. So let me power on this. I will power on this. So this machine, this Linux operating system, I will use as a Kafka client machine where I can connect to my Kafka server. So it is getting powered on. So let's wait for some time. Yeah. Now it is getting booted. Yeah. Now it is asking me login from it. So I will log in as a root. And I know my root password. Fine. Now, if I do ifconfig, okay, 129 is the IP of my server. Now I will go to MindMajix sham. Now what I will do is this 129 I just do double click and it will ask me login from it. So root and my root password. Okay. Now see the name of this host is mohan2.training.com and the name of this host is mohan1.training.com. So different hosts. Let me do one thing. Let me close this tab. Now let me split the window into horizontal split. Okay, the one you see above, it's a server. The one you see below, it's a client. Because in this mission, the one you see above, which is Mohan 1 mission, if I do ps-ef Kafka, I can see Zookeeper is running and Kafka is running, which means it's a full-fledged Kafka cluster with a single node. But if I see here in mohan2.training.com, I can see if I do ps-ef Kafka, see Kafka is not running, right? So, but the binaries are I must have already installed. If I switch to Mohan user, cd confluent, yeah. So in Mohan user, if I go to cd bin path, yeah, perfect. But the Kafka binaries are there. You see that? So I have already installed the Kafka and installation Kafka we already know. I have just untagged, I have just to get the tar file, I just untagged it and then I have extracted them so that binaries are available. So now the binaries are available, but Kafka is not running in this mission. Although binaries are there, if I do ps-ef Kafka, but Kafka is not running. It means now this Mohan 2 is a Kafka client machine. But in Mohan 1, the Kafka is running and also binaries are available. It means it's a full-fledged Kafka server. It's a Kafka cluster. So now this Mohan 2 mission developers can use. So they have the Kafka binaries and they can develop their programs and they can invoke their producer and consuming programs in order to connect to this Kafka server. Now the thing is, in order to connect, the first thing is we need to verify if Mohan 2 is reachable, if there is a communication between mohan2.training.com and mohan1.training.com. For example, if I do ping-a mohan1.training.com, yes. Now see, from Mohan 2, Mohan 1 is reachable. This is the IP address. It means now there is a communication between your Mohan 1 mission and Mohan 2 mission, which means communication now successfully established between your client mission and server mission. Correct?
Correct. Yeah.
So in order to establish a communication, what I have done was in the etc entry, in the etc host entry, I have made this entries. So Mohan 1 with this IP, Mohan 2 with this IP, so that this Mohan 2 is identifying with Mohan 1 with this physical IP. But in the real time, you no need to worry about it. In the real time, your network team will take care of this communication. If the communication is not happening, immediately you have to approach your network team. But the communication is not happening between my client mission and server mission. Can you please check? So that they will verify if any firewall restrictions are there or not. But in this case, I just put etc host interface. Your client should know what's your server host, right? So I manually made it. That's it. So that the ping, the communication, ping-a, if I do mohan1.training.com. From Mohan 2, I am pinging Mohan 1. So Mohan 1 it is now I am getting a reply from Mohan 1. And Mohan 1 is where my Kafka server is up and running. Right? Now, how the client is going to connect to Kafka server in order for publishing and consuming? It's very simple. Right now from Mohan 2. Right now I'm in Mohan 2. Mohan 2 means client, Mohan 1 means server. So I am now in Mohan 2 mission. Now what I will do is, I will go to the bin path. I will do Kafka topics -- bootstrap server. Don't do localhost. Here you should not mention localhost. Localhost means locally Kafka is running, that will be available. But in Mohan 2, locally Kafka is not running. Kafka is running on where? Kafka server. What is your Kafka server? mohan1.training.com. Now give the proper DNS name and then give your Kafka port number --, list. So this is the thing you have to give. Let's verify that. So you are in Mohan 2 and you are trying to connect to Mohan 1, which is in 9092. So let's give that. See, we got the topics list. Now client is able to get the topics list from Mohan 1. So Mohan 1 is a Kafka server, but this command is executed in client machine, which is Mohan 2. Correct?
Yeah.
Now, how client will publish? Simple. In their publishing program or in their consuming program, they will. So that program can be developed in any language. It could be Python language, it could be Java, .NET, ASP.NET, C, C++, C Sharp, whatever it is. Kafka have the ability to allow all the applications. It can support all the programming languages. Let's assume they have developed their application in Python. They produce their application in Python program. So in their Python program, they have to invoke a command called Kafka console producer bootstrap server. Now they have to mention the Kafka server name mohan1.training.com. No more localhost. They have to mention the Kafka server name because it's a client server architecture mode. So 9092 topic say TP1. They're publishing the messages. See, successfully connected. There is a greater than symbol. That's fine. Let's see. One more enter. Yeah. What? What happened? Oh, okay. TP1 is a compacted topic, right? That is the reason it is always expecting key value pair, but the key is null. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Let's do one thing. Let's try to publish the message in a key value pair. Because TP1 is compacted topic, right? Always it will always look for the key value pair thing. Say, let's assume I am publishing a message called say key1 Mohan 1. It record rejected. Why? Hold on. Key1 Mohan 1. Hey, what's happening? Because of the okay, let's do one thing. Instead of making the things complicated, let's publish to something called okay. As it is a, if we want to publish the message in key value pair, we must mention the properties, right? That's a producer that keep print.key and parse.key. Where are we passing that? We are not. Okay, like that. So I'm looking for a property, hyphen property, parse.key is equal to true, and then hyphen property print dot key dot separator is equal to column. Fine. Now it will work. See, it will definitely work now. So now you are understanding the difference of a compacted topic and deleted topic. P1 message 1. See, now it has taken. Oh, come on. Key is not null. Key is there. Okay, let's do one thing. Instead of publishing the message to TP1, let's publish to something called TP10. So TP10 topic is already there in mohan1.training.com Kafka cluster. Let's say it will publish. Okay. Hi. Hello. How are you? what are you doing? So now see, the client from mohan2.trading.com, in their Python program, they have to use this command and they have to execute their Python program. So that what this command will do is it will connect your Kafka cluster which is running on mohan1.trading.com at 9092 and it will publish the message to Kafka topic. So we are in Mohan2, which is client mission, and we are able to successfully produce the message to Mohan1. So this is what the client server. Now let's try to consume. Simple. Kafka console consumer hyphen bootstrap server Mohan2 dot client Mohan1 dot training.com 9092 hyphen topic tp10 hyphen from beginning. Okay, we will get all the messages. See, we have got all the messages. Now these messages have been transported from client mission to server mission, and over the network through this DNS, messages have been traveled. So this is what the client server in real time. This is what that is going to happen. So that's what the client server. It's very simple. Instead of executing the producer and consumer commands in your Kafka server, you will execute from a Kafka client mission. That's it. Nothing else.